Hello, my beloved friends. Welcome once again to the Joshua Jordan Experience. I'm so glad that you are here. If you are here, this is a message that is intended to reach you. So, with that said, I will tell you today what I'm going to speak about is this idea that we are either reacting from fear or love, the two dominant feelings of the human expression can be sorted down to the roots of either fear or love. Now, I recently was listening to a video and I heard a man say, "Well, yeah, that sounds really cool, and I've heard it before, but I deal in nuance," he says. My work is about the nuance of emotion and feelings. So to sort it down just to fear or love, he said, I don't know how people do that. The first time I heard that we're either acting out of fear or love was from Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind. Now, to sort things out so that we can understand we're either acting out of fear or love, of course, there is a broad spectrum, a vast continuum between those two root feelings, but they are the root of all of our actions and reactions. We're either acting out of love or fear. Now, fear is a feeling of contraction, protection, defense, and taking care of, making sure I get what I need enough, we get enough to take care of me and my family and those who mean the most to me. So I have to be vigilant about how I go about living my life to make sure that there's enough. You see, fear is the source of scarcity beliefs. All our beliefs that there's not enough and I'm not getting enough or I'm not good enough. All of those beliefs and reactions are rooted in fear. Now, some people think the opposite of love is hate. Actually, the opposite of love is fear, contraction. Hate is just an element of an expression of fear. So when people are acting hateful, I realize they are in fear right now. Something is causing them to think their survival is in danger. And some people react quite strongly with fear, and they allow that fear to morph into hatred because they are so frightened of feeling like they're not in the control. They don't have the power. They're not in the majority, whatever you want to call it. Their hatred is based in fear, all of it. Now, it is challenging, and I have tried to cross this bridge myself, that when someone is very bigoted and acting hateful and just being outright disgusting, it's difficult to say, I am that too. And yet I know within all that is, I can find places within myself where I also react so fearfully to what is going on that it stirs up my, shall we call it powerful dislike? No, we'll call it hate. Hate. I am that too. Now, knowing that hate is a part of my whole self, how do I handle that? How do I manage that? Well, Joshua always tells me when you find something in shadow, love it into wholeness. So his remedy for finding where hate is within my whole self is to just love that into the light. So I will give you an example. I will be quite vulnerable here and share with you that I am a political individual and I consider myself quite liberal. And so when I encounter a personality like Mr. Trump, it is very difficult for me to find something to like about him. I find everything about him distasteful, disgusting, and yet millions of people love him, think he's the savior, think he's God. So I recognize that my fear of our world turning cruel stirs up my hatred. I have said to myself in honest, vulnerable moments, I hate Mr. Trump. I really hate him. And then some part of me feels that and says, wait, we don't live and operate out of hate. I want to respond to life with love. I want to give love, be love, and recognize all humans have value and purpose. And the only way I get to relieve my feelings about Mr. Trump is to remember that he is on his mission. He is doing what he believes is right for the country, for his family, for people. He is doing what he believes is right. No matter how strongly I may disagree with him, he is a human being worthy of the freedom to walk his own path, to find his own way. And the best thing I can do is to dwell in that space when I think about him. There's a reason that he is in a position of power in the United States. There's a big lesson here for the people of America. And that lesson will be learned through the experience of having a leader like Mr. Trump. Moving on to much more pleasant thoughts. Now, to operate from a reaction of love or hate is natural and is normal. Now, I don't usually, I mean, it's very rare when I get out there on that extreme where I say to myself, I really hate this or hate that or hate a person. That's just really extreme for me. I just don't like to go there. And yet, I accept that within my whole self, that energy exists. And I love it into wholeness, saying that I'm okay as I am. I'm okay, even with my occasional feelings of disrespect and strong dislike. So, what is the opposite of love? Fear. Fear is the opposite of love, and fear is the roots of hatred. Fear is telling you you have something big to lose here. So you morph that fear into all kinds of behaviors, including acting out against others and or writing strongly worded letters, etc. So, my friends, believe it or not, there are a great deal of our emotions that we have tagged as negative, and even I have a tendency to believe that feeling hatred is negative, although the source of all that is, the consciousness that dwells equally in all, is not judging me for how I feel about certain political characters. All that is does not issue judgment about right, wrong, good, bad, up, down, just exists. So who is judging me? I am, of course. So what else, what other behaviors are rooted in fear? And judgment is one of those. Do I judge from a place of fear or do I judge from a place of love? Either way, I am going to judge. I am human and so are you. To banish your judgment will be like stopping breathing. You must evaluate every situation. That is the way the human brain is organized. We constantly put our environment into context and know whether we are safe or not. So, feeling safe, it's easy to respond and react and be love. But fearful, when we're afraid, it's easy to protect, defend. That is my mode of reaction. I grew up in an environment that was volatile and had a lot of anxiety and battle in it. And so I learned that when you think, you even imagine someone is attacking or insulting, you fight, you see. Other people freeze and others run away. But I'm a fighter and I was raised that way. My dad taught me you never run away from a fight. So, unfortunately, because I was raised that way in my youth, I did start some fights. Oh boy. We learn as we grow. And I have, over my 69 years of experience on the planet, learned that I really don't want to fight. I want harmony. I want to feel peaceful, at ease. And what is necessary for that to happen? Oh, reacting out of love also means feeling safe. When I'm feeling safe, it is easy for love to flow. So think of all the positive emotions that flow when I'm feeling safe, you see? And all the feelings and behaviors that come up when I'm fearful. So when Holmes, Ernest Holmes, talked about we're either reacting out of love or fear. He had boiled all of our reactions, emotional, mental reactions, down to the very source. And it is his teaching that the source of your response either comes out of love, and I'm sure you do that when you're feeling safe, or fear. And we all have fear. We won't banish fear. Even in the golden age, fear will not be banished. Nonetheless, in the golden age, many of the things we are fearful of will have faded from our reality. For example, crime will totally vanish. You have nothing to fear then of someone trying to take your stuff or harm you as an act of violence or power. In the golden age, all of that is gone. So that's source of fear, a big source of fear. The crime we have in our world will fade away. Another source of fear, of course, is war or things where our survival is threatened. In the golden age, we will live in a time when all people are cooperating for the good of the whole, for the good of all. Therefore, most of what we fear will vanish. Now, there still may be that sudden fear of about to get run over by a car. Our survival will continue to matter to us, and we need to maintain our awareness in our environment to ensure our safety. Yes? Or if I get into an auto accident, I will be fearful. Will I survive? Is my family safe? All of these fear reactions come up when our survival is threatened. And that is the original source why the human brain was designed to be hyper vigilant about your survival. So the species would continue. And yet, when we eliminate the human causes of fear rather than the survival instinct created by fear, we will live in a golden age, a time when there's peace on earth, so war is no longer a threat, and we need not fear it. Also, in the golden age, there is plenty of everything for everyone. Plenty of everything for everyone. We call that abundance, yes? When everyone has everything they need to live comfortably and in peace. You see, when everyone has everything, then there's no more need to steal or take. Or if I have an abundance of money, why would I cheat you or try to get you to pay me money for something I won't do? So those sources of fear will totally vanish. All right, I've kind of veered off a little bit, but what I'm trying to project is that fear is the source of our current reality. We live in a mass consciousness that is swimming in fear. And the pool of mass consciousness is in a transition time where many people, a multitude, have recognized that we want to live from love. We want love to be the way we treat one another. We want love to be the way we operate, the way we even work with the world, you know, our our beautiful earth environment that sustains us so bountifully, so gracefully. She gives and she gives. And we take and we take. And we're going to come into more balance with that as well. Learning to give back to Mother. Ah, so perhaps I have said enough about this, and I will pause, and not just pause, I will step aside to the best of my ability and let Joshua speak to you. Hello, beloved one. It is my joy to speak to you now. Wherever you are and whenever you are hearing this, this message is for you. Be loved to the best of your ability. Dwell in the environment that feels safe, peaceful, harmonious, and at the same time provides you with a safe environment for you to be fully yourself without fear, without any need to be frightened of other people. You know, today you live in a world where there are times when it is wise to be frightened of other people and to run away. And if you cannot run away, as Jordan would do, you fight. Now, I understand the human brain very well. And we are coming through a transition time that will actually rewire much of your consciousness. Now, consciousness is not the brain. The brain is the instrument of human survival. It is your computer that runs your body. It allows you to conjugate thoughts. It allows you to join through the bridge of the mind with all that is, to sit in the total peace and complete surrender to the fact that you are safe. You are an eternal being. Nothing can be taken from you without your agreement. And that which you call life itself is eternal and cannot be taken from you, ever. You cannot even surrender life and go into non-existence, whatever that might be. It does not exist, non-existence. Consciousness is eternal and infinite, and you are that. To the best of your ability, love one another. How many teachers have we sent to the earth to tell you this? Love one another. Do not fear other humans. Every time you meet another person, remember, I am you. You are me. We are one. I have nothing to fear from you. And that is what it will be like in the golden age that is dawning. I am so grateful, and I give my deepest thanks to the teachers, the healers, and the leaders bringing forth this new age. You know, this age is not required. It's not absolutely necessary for the human survival. You're not saving the planet or anything of that nature. The golden age is a game to be played upon the stage of reality, to manifest for a period of time in your history, when people live in peace and harmony, joy, and abundance. That is the game that is calling to you. And I thank you so much for your part in planting the seeds and watering them with your attention. For you are the pioneers bringing forth the golden age. And I love you, and I am here for you always. Call upon me anytime. I am here. I love you. Thank you. And with this, I bid you good day. Thank you for listening. We hope you heard something to ponder and gained inspiration for your journey. Please join us again next time. Joshua says, let the light grow, let love show, and let your life be fun.